Good morning. Good morning. Well, we're off to, right now, I'm hoping that you hear me because we're off to a good start. I attached my microphone this time, and instead of seeing the swirling of Siri, it seemed to work. What I chose to do was reboot my iPad, and it's amazing how well that did. I'm so glad. This was so amazing. What an interesting couple of weeks that we had with the one Sunday. It took me 3 times finding the right device. And then last Sunday, it was the swirling of Siri that was interfering with sound. So I'm hoping that that will show up so I can see that, okay, Ruth, great. So you're here, and I set the settings on public. Okay, you hear me. That's great. Hey, Rebecca, I'm so glad you're here. Good morning. Let me get you down for a card. Yay. It was just very interesting these last couple of weeks. And just, hey, Leslie, did you get my text this week? Just wanted to check in with you. So I know that we're going to talk about Venus and Pisces and your money because this is really, really something important. But I've got to tell you a story because this is so interesting. And in a story, there's always, oh, yay, Pam, I'm so glad to hear that. Okay, I've got you down, Pam, for, yeah, no music. I've got you down, Pam. So I've got Rebecca, Leslie, and Pam for cards today. Yes, it was very interesting. It's just amazing how rebooting my iPad made a big difference. From all of it was going off on tangents and had a mind of its own. And I was beginning to kind of wonder about that. But all it turned out to be was I just had to turn it off for a while. And okay, good. Yay, Tanta. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. This is an amazing day. It's a beautiful, clear, gorgeous day here in Tallahassee. We have, Tanya. Okay, thank you. Tanya. And the sun is in Pisces, and it's beautiful. And what is happening in the next couple of weeks is the sun will move into Aries. And that's actually the astrological New Year. Hey, Catherine, it is the astrological New Year. So that is one of the reasons. Oh, to Tanya, of course, Leslie, let me put that down. Because you know that it will apply to both of you anyway. So that is very kind and not a surprise that you would gift someone, Leslie. Thank you so much. Rose, so glad you're here. Thank you for coming. Yay, we're having clear sound. Things are going well, and I am so happy. But I have to tell you the story this week that was so amazing that really, you know how when you have a story and you have something happen, there's always a message. It's always, got some kind of lesson to learn, if you will. But there's a message to make it better. But first, let me finish with the astrology part, because I want to let you know that Venus is in Pisces. The love planet is in Pisces. And Pisces and Venus together have no boundaries. Now, that's a double-edged sword, like with everything. But in this case, because Venus is the ruler of Taurus, which applies, hey, Ange, which is the second house of your money and possessions and what you value, consider the thought of expanding the ideas on how you're going to create more money coming to you. Now, I'm going to go through each of the signs, and I want to say this outright because this is the disclaimer to this. If you don't feel like the astrological message aligns with you, don't feel bad. Don't think you're wrong. It's okay. It does not have to. You have to align with it. And if that message that I say to you does not align and does not feel comfortable to you, then consider what does. The message, even in its discomfort, can allow you the opportunity to align with what is true to you. It brings it into your awareness even fuller because it is a contrast. You've seen that this message, okay, I'm not sure about that because things are going well. Perfect. Stay in that alignment. Don't consider that the message is something else. This is generalized based on sun sign. Generalized based on sun sign. So that's exactly how this works. Okay, so if you have, the bottom line is you have free will in everything. You have free will in everything. So consider right now that this is the opportunity to let your imagination go. And the other side of this, because it's in perfect aspect, a wonderful aspect with Uranus and a wonderful aspect with the moon that's in Capricorn. Capricorn is everything that we know. It's the earth sign that grounds us. So what a wonderful place to be in with this total no boundary imagination. But the moon in Capricorn allowing you to create that plan of how you get there. And it adapts along the way. It is a journey. It is that process. So that's what's really good. That's what I love about today. So again, Venus is with Neptune in Pisces. And Neptune is in its home sign. Okay, I just was listening to little Emma grunt, so I wanted to make sure she was okay. I am watching Emma. She's now settled in, not barking, so I wasn't going to pick her up and show you right now. But if she comes over here, I'm going to do that. So, okay, perfect. So the moon is in your sign now, Rebecca, so this is really good. So let me tell you my story. And it's about authenticity. And that's why I wanted to let you know, if you're not in alignment with any message that I give you, any message that you hear from anyone, it's okay, because it gives you that opportunity to take a look about getting in alignment and being authentic. If anything that we have been given as a gift over this past more than a year, it's learning to be our authentic self. And we really don't have to learn how to be our authentic self. It's already there. We just have to recognize it. That's all. We came with that. It is us. It's who we are. So I had a number of things going on in my money house. One was a compromised credit card, and you know how that goes. And another was working with the insurance company, coming to check out my roof, hoping that insurance, and I'm setting that intention, will pay for my roof, minus my deductible, of course, rather than my having to make it a full out-of-pocket expense. The third thing was that I got a message from Stripe. Now, for those of you that subscribe to any of my services, know that Stripe is the platform that I use. And they asked me who my clients were and what I did. I never mentioned tarot, never mentioned astrology, talked about clarity, talked about working with clients, helping them in decision making and being, all those positive things that I do without using the tool, talking about the tools that I use. So I got an email that said, I'm in violation of Stripe's policy because I'm a fortune teller. I'm going, no, I'm not a fortune teller. That's the last thing I want to do, is tell people what to do and tell people what their future is going to be. I guide in decision making. I guide in clarity to decision making, but I am not a fortune teller. So I wrote them back, explained what I did, because first they had asked what I did. Then I wrote back saying, no, I'm not a fortune teller. And all I did was continue to get the emails that said by March 9th, you will be discontinued on Stripe because you are in violation of the policy. Now there are other platforms out there. And I reached out to Jamie and the VA, and yes, we're moving into other platforms. So those of you that subscribe to my services, I'll be in touch, because we have to do this one more time. And I'd been having difficulty with Stripe, so it's actually a good thing. But I thought, wow, I could now own what they're saying or not. And those people that care about me reached out to say, well, maybe I should look at this a little differently, because there are people that have more, that in the Judeo-Christian culture will see it as and in the Bible, soothsayers and all this other stuff. And I'm thinking, but that's not what I do. And I have to stay in alignment of who I am. If I choose to cut back on what I do and not own what I have been given, then I'm lowering my vibration and I'm being somebody I'm not. The whole idea of authenticity was really prominent in this whole thing with Stripe. And isn't it wonderful that you can have one little story that can come up like that and really have you say, no, that's not who I am. This is who I am. I know the services that I bring. And those people that are in more limited thinking are not my people. The people that show up here and are open and understanding to there are so many ways to receive a message from the universe, from God, from source, however you want to identify that higher being, then you're the people to be here. This is what's really perfect. So it was a wonderful opportunity that even with these moments this week that arose, that I got to say, no, this is who I am. And this is what I want to create. So my intention is that the roof will be covered. My intention is that the new platform, PayPal or Square, whichever one they're working on right now with the website, will work. There isn't just one. So if you feel, and this is why I wanted to share it, it's about listening and surrendering to the truth of who you really are. And that surrender word is big, because when you give up the fighting of what somebody else thinks or what you should be doing or what you think you should be doing and just align to who you really are, the miracles and all the wonderful things start coming to you. And it is absolutely fantastic. Yesterday, I had a full house reading gifted from one of my clients to a friend. And right away, the check was there. It wasn't a check. It was actually PayPal, but we'll talk about that. And transferred to my account. So just allow it. It was just such a wonderful, wonderful experience to have that happen. So I had to share it because anytime I learn something that helps expand and raise the vibration, I have to share it with you. I mean, it's just, I can't help it. I can't help it. So let's move into what's going on. Now that you have this wonderful expansive energy going on with Venus right together with Neptune in Pisces, which means no boundaries, full imagination. The sky's the limit on what you can write down. Write all those ideas down. And now you have Capricorn Moon there helping you create, because that's the grounding. That's that earth energy. That's the organization. That's the making that list, making that plan. And even if you don't utilize all those steps in your mind, you've organized it. Nothing is off limits. And that's the way to approach it today. Whether it's about bringing more money in, whether it's about things happening with your family, whatever that happens to be, it's all about recognizing it and aligning with it. And when you have this unlimited energy like today, the sky's the limit, think about what you can create. So I'd love for you to really feel that. Now, for Aries, finalize any deals, any plans, any contracts during the first weeks of the month because your energy is high. So this is now, we've moved into Venus and Pisces and what that means. And consider the astrological new year, which is not just for Aries, but the sun will move into Aries, which is the first house of the zodiac. So it's considered the astrological new year because we're starting at house number 1. That is why the special for this month is reconnect, focus, and persevere. And I had to get persevere in, with all the wonderful things that we've been watching with Mars and perseverance, because it is a refocusing time. Okay, this is what I intended. This is the way we're going to do it. And of course, it's on special, which means it's half price. And it's a quick half hour, five card real down to earth reading, really, to get you focused and refocused, really. Taurus, March 4th, which is already passed, Mars moves out of Taurus and into the money part of your chart. So you have the energy and the motivation to go after the resources you need. So that's really fantastic because, you know, Mars gives you that energy, it gives you that drive, it gives you that focus, and you are energized right now. And again, with the aspects for today, with that unlimited thinking that you have with Venus Venus with Neptune in Pisces, boundless energy, and the Capricorn moon, you've got this. This is really great. Hey, Stacy, thank you for being here. That's so nice. Thank you. Gemini, after the financial hardships, and you may have had them, maybe not severe, maybe it's all the attitude and how you look at it. You may have had, you know, this past year, be optimistic again, because now's the time to do that. So keep focused on your money plan. If you need to look at your money plan again, if you need to reevaluate it to figure out what's going on, then go ahead. Then do that. Revamp it. The energy is there today to revamp that money plan. Things that may have happened. You may have shifted. It's not a negative thing. It's always a journey. It's always a work in progress, especially when it involves finances. We have our goal, but the route that we take to get there can shift. Hey, Jess, so glad you're here. Oh, thank you, Catherine. And thank you for your love. I so appreciate that. That means a lot to me. So Cancer. So the sun rules your second house of money. And this month, all other planets are friendly. So it's a good time for making extra money. So we've got that water sign going. We've got the Capricorn moon today. So keep it going. Keep it going. If it's time to revise it, fine. But you've got the flow. Cancer is a water sign. So you've got that flow and it's moving. Leo, it's not just your own money, but your partner's or family's money, because Pisces rules other people's money house in your chart. It's also about taxes and inheritance and all that. So it needs to be looked at now, because it's not necessarily the money that you earn or the money that you bring in. It's about partnership money or trusts or IRAs or whatever it happens to be. Take a look at it now. And don't rule out the possibility of just being lucky. That means who knows what's going to drop into. I'm waiting. I'm happy about that. Who knows what's going to drop into your lap that you had not expected. That who knows how that money is going to come to you. So be open. That's that whole beauty of Venus and Neptune together in Pisces. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Okay, next. Virgo. March 26th is when the sun meets Venus in the heavy financial part of your chart. So it's a good day for sorting out taxes and mortgages. And that means when the sun moves into Aries, that's going to be in that 8th house that I was just speaking about before, about other people's money. So look at pensions, look at, you know, even if you're not approaching retirement age, take a look at how it's earning, take a look at what's happening with it, and any other sources of money other than your second house, which is your money coming in that you earn. So again, take a look. And that's saying after March 26th, because the sun will have moved into Aries, which is that part of your chart. If you are a Libra sun, a job that provides a personal service could really pay the bills and be enjoyable now. Now, if it's beyond your, you know, if you have your regular job that you're working at, but you want to do more of a personal service type job, whatever that happens to be. I mean, we're talking about hair or nails or becoming a personal coach for nutrition or personal trainer, whatever those types of personal services, which many of us need now because we have been more isolated and not out and about. Coaching, mentoring, all of the personal services that are uplifting, this is your time to go into that and take a look at that. Scorpio, Astrology does not influence the lottery, but it can tell you when you're a bit luckier than usual. That's that feeling, okay? And also the planets. So, Scorpio, buy a ticket. Yes, they are, Catherine. Personal services. Plus, you supply personal services, Catherine, to your mom. So you're already doing all of that too. And Scorpio, if you're buying your lottery ticket, you only need one. So, because it's the intention that counts. So this seems to be a lucky month for you, Scorpio. Go ahead and do this. Yes, absolutely. So Sagittarius, you've tried so hard for so long to get your finances in firmer footing. And that means that you're looking at all your options. It doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It means that you're taking a look at it now. What are all my options? Money's coming in. Where do I put it? How do I spend it? How do I invest it? So this month you can reap a few excuse me. This is my own typos that I'm having difficulty with. So you can reap a few rewards by looking at meaningful purchases. Those that you've been looking at for a while that you really want to buy that now have some sort of discount or sale, and it's an investment in any way that you look at that. So just be careful with what you purchase. That's all. And it's about purchasing something that's meaningful to you. It doesn't have to be something that you need or something that's like a kitchen appliance that, oh my gosh, this one broke, so I've got to buy another one. It doesn't have to be anything like that. It can be something that you desire, but it is about making it a meaningful purchase that makes you happy. Capricorn, take a temporary break from trying to increase your nest egg. Now, what I'm going to say is, except today, good morning, Wendy, except today, when this is so beautiful with the Capricorn moon and Venus with right alongside Neptune in Pisces with all that imagination, this will be a good day because you probably can't help it. The ideas are coming to you anyway. So go ahead, take time to maybe splurge on something that's for you and you alone because you've been taking care of other people. So maybe that's part of what you're creating. Whatever that happens to be, the bottom line is it has to be something that feels good. Not something that feels bad, that you feel guilty that you purchased something or that you spent money on this. It's got to be something that you really desire doing, whether it's for you or someone else. Aquarius, the new moon on March 13th is the perfect time to ask for what you need in terms of pay or resources. So that's coming up. That's coming up next Saturday. So ask. You'll be rewarded for your efforts. That is what is really important. You'll be rewarded for your efforts. There we go. Okay, yes. She's going in November. Ruth is going to Ireland in November. Yay! I loved Ireland. Pisces. On March 26th, Venus will meet up with the sun in your second house. That's your second house of money and material wealth. So keep your eye on value and bargains. So this doesn't sound like anything bad this month. In fact, the aspects for March have been a little bit easier on us than those from last month. So that's a good thing. So again, coming up next week on Thursday is Tarot Flow. The link is in the description above. And online tarot gallery reading, that link is also there. We have one more opening for Thursday night, and the other openings and more openings for the third Tuesday at noon or the third Tuesday at 7:30. So right now I have one opening for the third Thursday at 7:30. So that's coming up also. And please just check out the, please check out, I'm trying to read some of the comments here. So thank you, Angie. Thank you for reposting that. I appreciate that. So please check out the reading, the special reading. Plus, Angie has posted the bit.ly link as well for Tarot Flow. We have so much fun with that. any of that, whether it's the online tarot gallery reading or tarot flow. We have so much fun with that. And please be aware that Tarot Flow will eventually be becoming a subscription as well. So take advantage of it now. It's still at the subscription price, even though it's not a subscription. And take advantage now of the online tarot gallery reading, because that price will be going up from the $9.97 that it is right now. Okay, Rebecca, we can talk about that. Absolutely. The link is in the comments above. Okay? All right. And like I said, I still have one left, Rebecca, for Thursday, the third Thursday. There's one in that group, one opening. Okay, Rebecca, here's your card. Okay, this is the King of Stones, and it's called the Illusionist. And I really like this because stones is the earth sign. So it's pentacles. So it's about your wealth and prosperity and your grounding. And this is the Illusionist. To me, this equates, Rebecca, to the alchemist. So the Illusionist, it's like what you're seeing really isn't there. The alchemist creates from nothing into something. But there's no illusion in this. What this is saying is you may think it is, especially in terms of whether it be finances or something that you're creating, but you aren't the illusion. What you may think that what you're creating isn't really there, but what this card is saying is that it is. So how you're viewing the reality of whatever this topic is that it applies to, it's really better than you think. It really is fantastic. So this feels really, really good. So don't give up. It will reveal itself to you. It's there, and just allow it. Just allow it. That's it. Okay, Leslie and Tanya. Okay, let me shuffle. I got my little Emma. She's all balled up in her little bed. I called her name so her ears perked up. She is so cute. Okay, here we go. So we have a lot of kings this time. Okay, this is the Corsair, the King of Spirals. Spirals is the fire sign. So this is like the Aries. This is like the fire sign, the Wands King. Now the Corsair is daring, out there trying and experimenting and jumping into brand new things and brand new desires. There's very little fear there. So what this is saying is there is something going on that you are working on, that you want to step into, and this is giving you that energy and freedom to do that. Don't doubt it. Don't fear it. Jump in. You've got this. And it's that daring and bravado that's really going to sell whatever you're doing. That confidence that you're just reeking from every cell in your body in doing this. That's what's going to make it successful. I hope that makes sense, because that really sounds exciting, whatever that is that's going on. Oh, wow. Okay, Pam. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, and that goes for you too, Leslie, both you and Tanya, because you gifted Tanya, which means that you also get the same card and the same energy. So whatever it is, go for it, because you are just exuding so much confidence and power of your capability of following through to complete this, that it's fantastic. Okay, Pam. Okay, this is the Dreamer. This is the Knight of Mirrors. What this is saying is intend it, believe it, imagine it for it to happen. This is the Knight of Cups. So this is about love and heart and feelings. So feel it, whatever it is that you want to see your outcome. And especially I know the outcome is for the good health of yourself, plus your family members. So see it, feel it, taste it, hear it, involve all the senses in whatever it is that you desire, because that's what this card says. You can dream it and believe it and know it and let it happen. I know. It is easier said than done. I totally agree with you, Pam, but give it a try. And I would suggest write a story, not just use your imagination and do it in your head. Start writing the story of how you want it to be, how you see yourself doing well, how you see yourself dancing again, how you see yourself healthy, and your mom and your sister, and just how you see all of that coming together beautifully, because this is the time to create it. This is a beautiful day to create those desires that you might have. And I know that you mean fully to have them come about and to have them work out well for you and your family. And this is the time. This is the time. Yes, she can, Leslie. Thank you so much for that encouragement, because she's a Scorpio, so Scorpio sun. So she's a powerful lady, and you can do this. I know that you can. This is perfect. Perfect. Well, I think I've covered everything. We've got the special for this month, which is reconnect, focus, and persevere. That means just holding you in that line, keeping you steady, because that is what I do. Besides being a spiritual purpose coach, is about the accountability of staying in that energy. So that's really good. And we've got Tarot Flow next Thursday night. We have online tarot gallery reading the following week. So it is a really good time, and it is a really good day. And everything worked out today just by rebooting my iPad. Isn't that amazing? I knew it had to be something simple, but that wasn't one of the options that I had chosen at that time. So now it's here. So if I have forgotten anything, Ruth, remind me. Otherwise, it is a beautiful Sunday. Go out and enjoy this absolutely fantastic weather. Enjoy it. And remember, joy has your name on it. Bye now.